Hello everyone, welcome. In our continuation in the discussion on the chapter electricity, today we are going to discuss on the topic power. I mean electric power, heat and heating effects of electric current. So these are the topic we are going to concentrate on today: electric power, heat and heating effects of electric current. If you are new to my channel, here we discuss some concepts, and based on those concepts we do a question. So question is this. So we'll solve this question after completion of the concept. So our topic, let me start with electric power. Okay. The unit of electric power is I mean to say SI unit. The SI unit of electric power is watt, named after famous scientist James Watt, and symbol W. You must have seen this symbol on the electric appliances. In every electrical appliance will have a power rating, that is W. So let me show one electric appliance to you. So this is, I have in my hand as a bulb. Okay, this is an LED bulb. So if you see clearly, there will be power rating written on it, and the power rating is 10 watt. So this bulb's power rating is 10 watt. This bulb's power rating is 10 watt. I have a tube light also with me. So this is the tube light. This is the tube light I have. So let's focus on the power rating of this tube light. So if you could see, okay. So here it is written, see, rated power. How much? 36 watt. So the power rating of this tube light is 36 watt. So we have seen two appliances. One is a bulb, LED bulb, whose power rating is 10 watt, and we have seen a tube light whose power rating is 36 watt. What does this mean? What does power actually mean? According to the definition of power, power means the amount of work done in unit time. The definition of power is amount of work done in unit time, and there is also another definition in terms of energy. So power is also energy consumed or delivered in unit time. So this is the definition of power. The unit of work done is joules. The unit of time is second. The unit of energy is joules. The unit of time is second. So the unit of power, which is our watts, is nothing but joule per second. What does this mean? It means that to do 1 joule of work in 1 second, we say 1 watt of power is consumed. So if my power rating is 10 watt, that means the bulb is consuming 10 joules of energy in 1 second. If the power rating is 36 watt, it means the tube light is consuming, this appliance is consuming 36 joules of energy in every second. So that is the meaning. So these are consuming energies. Now when we are talking about energy, then what is the source of energy for us? What is the source of electric power? The source of electric power for us are batteries and generators, AC generators or DC generators. So mainly the sources of energy are electric. We are talking about electric energy. The sources of electric energy we have are: number one, battery or cell; number two, power stations where alternators are present, So these are the sources of energy for us. Battery or cell is called DC source. DC means direct current, DC source. Power station, alternators are AC source. The source of energy which we get from batteries is DC source, and the source of energy which comes to our home, on which we run our AC, refrigerators, etc., is AC source. AC means alternating current. So what is DC, what is AC, we'll discuss in some other video. Today we will discuss on these topics. So let me take the example and make you understand the concept with the help of a battery. So battery has how many terminals? Battery will have 2 terminals, and its symbol is, this is the symbol of battery. So one side plus, the other side minus. So I have a battery with me, a small one. If you could see the battery. So this has 2 terminals. You can see plus here, plus, this is positive terminal, the other one is negative terminal. The one with a cap is positive terminal, and the one which is flat is negative terminal. So this battery is represented with this symbol. So the bigger line is positive and the smaller line is negative. So let us discuss with a battery cell. So when I keep a battery cell inside a circuit, so let me take one load here. Load is nothing but any electrical appliance which I am connecting to the circuit. Let us take the example of a fan. So let us say I have connected a fan to the circuit. So as soon as I turn on the switch, what would happen? Current will start flowing through the circuit, right? So this is the direction of the current, positive terminal to negative terminal. So why do we need the source here? Actually, what is flowing through the circuit? Charges are flowing through the circuit. What is flowing through the circuit? Charges are flowing through the circuit. So in order to make the charges flow, we need to do work. So that work is done by whom? That work is done by the battery. So the work done by the battery to transfer the charge, let us say charge Q has been transferred through the circuit, then what would happen? A potential difference is created across. Let me call that potential difference as V. Let me denote it below. Potential difference is created across the load, and that potential difference, let me call that as V. So because of the work done, the work is done by the energy source in making the charges, mainly electrons. Generally they are electrons. So making the electrons move in the circuit, right? For making the charge flow through the circuit, to keep the current flowing in the circuit, work has to be done. Then potential difference created across the load is what? V. So this is the work done to be done, and it is done by the source. So according to our definition, power is equal to work done by unit time. So if you see there, so work done is how much? Potential difference across the conductor into charge flowing through the circuit. So V, I can write this as V into Q by T. What is Q by T? Q by T is charge flowing per unit time, which is current. Charge flowing per unit time is current. So we have a formula here. P is equal to VI. Power is equal to product of voltage and current. Okay. Q by T is current, charge per unit time. This is current. So we have a formula here. P is equal to VI. So power is equal to voltage across the conductor into current flowing through the conductor or appliance. So that is the power. Next, the work is done by the battery source. So the energy is transferred to the load. So let us say this load is fan. So what would happen? Fan will start rotating, right? The blades of the fan will rotate. Now when I leave the fan for some time, let it rotate for some time, after that when I touch the fan, then I will feel the fan has got hot. What does that mean? That means the energy which is present in the source is not only made the fan to rotate, but also some of the energy is expended as heat. That heat is dissipated from the fan is mainly because of the resistance of the component. So heat which is dissipated by any appliance is basically because of resistance. So resistance is the reason for dissipation of heat. So not all the energy is transferred to do some useful work, but some of the energy is dissipated as heat. So what is the main reason for dissipation of heat? It is the resistance. So every component will have resistance, and the resistance component will dissipate the energy as heat. There are some appliances in which we use them to get heat. For example, electric iron, which in Hindi we call it as istri, electric iron, or you can say electric oven, room heaters, etc. We use them to get heat. So when we turn on the switch, we are getting heat. So basically these are the circuits which are purely resistive. These are the circuits which are purely resistive, and because of the resistance, the energy input to them, the power which is given as input to them is received as heat from them. So whenever current passes through a resistance, heat is produced. That heat, we call it as the produced heat, because heat is produced due to the passing of current. We call that as heating effect of electric current. So whenever electric current passes through the resistance, we get heat. So let's discuss about heat. So in these appliances, heat is expended from the source. So the energy consumed by, suppose let us take a heating device which is connected across some source of potential difference, say V, and I current is passing through it. So the energy expended or energy dissipated in the form of heat by this purely resistive substance is how much? Is equal to power into time, product of power into time, right? So what is the formula for power? P is equal to VI. We just now derived it into T. So the energy released or the heat released is how much? VIT. So if I put the value, or if I use Ohm's law, Ohm's law is equal to V is equal to IR. So if I put a IR instead of V, then I'll get IR into I into T. This is equal to I square RT. So heat is equal to I square RT. This formula is, we call it as Joule's law of heating. We call this as Joule's law of heating. So according to Joule's law of heating, the heat dissipated out of an appliance is directly proportional to current square, and also it is directly proportional to resistance, and also heat is directly proportional to time. So if this I current flows for T time in the circuit, then heat is dissipated out, and that heat is equal to V square RT. That heat is equal to V square RT. If we know the voltage, or if the voltage is kept constant as I have shown here, then we can use I is equal to V by R from Ohm's law and put that in this formula. So then we'll get heat is equal to V, instead of I we'll put V by R into T. So we get a new formula, that is V square by R into T. So this is the formula of heat when voltage is, or potential difference across the conductor is kept constant. So this was our discussion. So let me write the formulas at one side so that you can refer. So for number one, the formula for power. The formula for power is V into I. Formula for power is V into I. Formula for heat is equal to VIT. Also we have seen another for expressions, that is I square RT, which is also called as Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating, and heat is equal to V square by RT when potential difference across the conductor is kept constant. So these are the different formulae which we have studied today. So now time has come that we will do the question. So let me read the question first. 100 joules of heat are produced each second in a 4 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistor. That means let me draw a circuit here. Not circuit, just I'll draw the resistor. So this is our resistor of resistance 4 ohms. So it is connected in some circuit. So how much heat is getting out? How much heat is getting out? 100 joules of heat is coming out of this resistor in the form of a heat. Every second. So resistance we are given is 4 ohm. Energy, heat dissipated is equal to 100 joules. Next, time we are given is 1 second. So we need to find the potential difference across this conductor or resistor. What is the potential difference? So we need to use this formula, heat. Which formula? 1, 2, 3. Let me number it. 1, 2, 3. So in this expression, in the given, we don't have current term. So we will not use that formula in which current term is present. So we will not use 1, we will not use 2. So we will be using the third one, which is independent of the current term, as current value is not given here. So I'm going to use the third formula, H is equal to V square by R into T. So what is the value of voltage? We have to find out. So we can write it as V square is equal to R goes to the other side, we'll get HR, and T goes to the other side, it will divide. R goes to the other side, it will multiply. T goes to the other side, it will divide. So we have a V square is equal to HR into T. So let's put the values. H is equal to 100. R is equal to 4 by time is equal to 1. So we have V square is equal to 400. So V is equal to under root of 400. So under root of 400 means 20 volt. So what is the potential difference across the conductor? The potential difference across the conductor is 20 volt. So that is the solution. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have any doubt, please write it in the comment section. I will surely help.